Starting off, good morning. I'm starting off with great news for you today. Dominica was awarded 5 wins at the 32nd World Travel Awards, including number 1, Caribbean's Leading Nature Destinations 2025. Number 2, Caribbean's Leading Retreat 2025. Congratulations, Jungle Bay. Number 3, Dominica's Leading Car Rental Company 2025, awarded to Leisure Car Rental. The 4th, Dominica's Leading Hotel 2025, awarded to Intercontinental Cabritz Resort and Spa. And the 5th one, Dominica's Leading Tour Operator 2025, and that goes to Just Go Dominica. Round of applause, Dominica. We did it. We're making the waves out there in the World Travel Awards, and we're looking good. You know what else is looking good? We are 2 days away from the World Creole Music Festival. Are you ready? I hope so, because everything is in gear. The artists are ready, the stage is set, all the vendors are prepared, and all that's missing is for all of us to go into the stadium on Friday, 8 p.m. bang on time for the start of night number 1. A special good morning to all of you tuning in on social media and those of you on radio. My name is Monel Alexis. This morning, of course, I'm your host of Talking Tourism. And the Talking Tourism is a program of the Ministry of Tourism and Discover Dominica Authority. Today we're talking World Creole Music Festival 2025. I have 2 awesome individuals in studio. I am not going to introduce them. They're going to tell us who they are. But just before that, I want to remind you about the lineup of this year's World Creole Music Festival. By the way, the dates October 24th to the 26th. By the way, the location, Windsor Park Sports Stadium. What's the start time? Friday, 8 p.m., Saturday, 8 p.m., and Sunday, 5 p.m. And you have to be there, yes? And the lineup looks like this. On Friday of the World Creole Music Festival, I like to call this one Fire and Foundation. Friday looks like this. In random order from, let's go, Masika, Burning Flames, Gil Fountain, Halibut, Oswald, New Look, Midnight Groovers, Still Pulse, Romaine Virgo, TK International, and Ezra the Fun Machine. Saturday night number 2, we have Vibes Cartel, Spice, Joey Duet Filet, Kess the Band, WCK, Gordon Henderson, Ophelia Marie, Linford John, Asa Bantan, First Serenade Band, Roy, Ridge, Pooders, Kenny G, Faithy, Shanika, Ebony Empress, DJ MJ, Little Boy, Kwan, and Jixels. Ooh, that's a big night. Yes, big night. And night number 3 looks like this. Kelani, Bunji Garlin, Faye and Lions, Tiwa Savage, Kassav, Ecstasy Band, Mikel Henderson, Elijah Benoit, Trilogy, Nice, Rio, and the Signal Band. This is night number 3. All the artists that I called earlier, ladies and gentlemen, was in random order. This is not the order that you will see the artists on the stage this weekend. And you should get your tickets early. Why? Because as of 4 p.m. on Friday, all the vendors, that is Deepak Scholar Lab, Bullseye Pharmacy, they will not be selling tickets. And you will be purchasing gate tickets. And that ticket price is higher. Right now, tickets are $200 for Friday, $200 for Sunday, and Saturday, $300 EC. At the gate, the price for Friday will move from $200 to $250. On Saturday, $300 to $350, and on Sunday from $200 to $250. And season tickets, general admission, will move from $600 to $700. So you know what you gotta do, right? You should get your tickets early. Yes. And where do you get your tickets? Get tickets opposite Burton's and Company in Roseau. You will see our booth right there. It's painted in white. You can't miss it, right? Get your tickets there over the weekend. But beat the rush, get them early. Also, they're available on our website, www.dominicafestivals.com. Well, let's say hi to the guests in studio. Those of you online, you can see their faces. We're going to start with a princess, and I'll call him the prince. Yes? So we're going to start with the princess. Good morning, princess. Welcome to the studios of DBS Radio. How are you doing?
Good morning. I'm doing great, and welcome to all the listeners of DBS Radio, those of you listening on the radio and also on social media. Good morning.
And princess, for the people listening out there who have never heard your voice before, for those seeing you who have never seen you before, who are you?
Well, my name is Mikel Henderson. I am from the vibrant cultural village of Grand Bay, right here on the nature island of Dominica. I am a singer, songwriter, entrepreneur, and farmer. And among other things, I am also a student. But a student of life, and a student nonetheless of academic pursuits, and looking forward to presenting at this year's World Creole Music Festival, having been there from inception, really from day one. I'm very, very proud of Dominica and its achievement, and looking forward to making my contribution.
Wonderful. Great meeting you, Mikel.
Thank you.
Never met you before in my life.
Nice to meet you too.
Good morning to you, Prince. Welcome to the studios of DBS Radio. How are you doing?
I am doing excellent, and with such a warm welcome. I feel really, 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 really good about you and about everything now.
Okay, Mr. Prince. For the people out there who can see your face but do not know your name, those who cannot identify the voice, who is the Prince in studio this morning?
My name is Linford John. I'm from Salisbury. And I am, I've been singing all my life, and those who know me. But I was the lead singer of a group called Below Man. So it's kind of like beyond the radar of the kids today. Most of them, they hear the music, but they don't know who does it. So it will be a pleasure to put a face to the music this time around the Quail Fest, and it's a pleasure being down here. I love Dominica, love being in Dominica, love performing in Dominica.
You say you love being in Dominica. Where do you reside?
I reside in Salisbury. I'm actually from Salisbury, but I live in Canada. Ooh, I live in California. Yeah, I've been living in California since 1985. That's a long time. That's before Mikel was born.
Oh, wow.
So.
Not at all.
Not to give away my age.
Yeah.
I was born well before 1985.
Well, it's a testament to her beauty, I must say. Yes.
Thank you.
Aww. Well, welcome back to the Nature Island.
Thank
welcome
you.
back home. And guys, the island is buzzing with excitement for the World Creole Music Festival this weekend. How does it feel to be part of that energy?
Go ahead.
Man, I tell you what, this year, it was, I had the feeling that this year was going to be great, and I thought it would be nice to be a part of it. And I was a part of the SMA reunion, and so that was a long time prior to Creole Fest becoming, me being there becoming a reality. So I was already committed to the SMA reunion. And so, but when they asked me whether I was able to do this, I was elated because I know this year is going to be fun. And it's always great to be at the Quail Festival. This year is special, and everybody in Martinique, I have some friends out there, they tell me, we're coming down to see you, and so I say, Martinique, allez vide là, Well, Martinique and Guadeloupe, actually, yeah. I have a lot of friends in those countries, so.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Mikel, how about you?
It's a fantastic feeling, as always. I mean, the World Queer Music Festival is kind of like, I feel like it's kind of like a child of mine in a sense. I've watched grow up,
Yeah.
and I'm very, 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 very proud of what Dominica has achieved. Our festival enjoys a level of prominence around the world that I don't even think local people appreciate. How
Absolutely.
much people revere and respect and think highly of our festival. I mean, you're
Absolutely.
talking. I have friends who are telling me they're looking for boats, captains with boats for them to come because
Oh, wow.
they're by the hook up by the crook.
They get in
They're
there.
coming.
They're coming.
So so we should give
Appreciate it.
ourselves a pat on the back,
Yeah.
bat bravo,
Yes.
to the organizers, the DDA, the DFC, for remaining strong and always putting forward a very, very good product that its reputation is so well respected.
Yeah.
And I don't know if people know this, but there are like thousands of people trying to get to put, not just people attendees, performers trying to get on this festival.
Yes.
People want to perform on this festival. It's not like some fly by night thing. It's an actual very, very respected festival. So to be part of it and to have been part of this legacy from the beginning all the way up to this 25th edition, I couldn't be prouder. I'm very, very happy, elated, and looking forward to doing my best.
I want to mention also that part of the success of the festival is you, the artists.
Yeah.
If you were not putting on a great show,
Yeah.
then the respect that we have, or the respect that people have for our product,
Absolutely.
it would not exist. So
Absolutely.
thank you to the artists
Yeah.
who've been
Yeah.
doing an amazing
Pleasure is
job,
ours.
and we look forward to
Thank you.
better this year on the big stage.
Absolutely, yes. I wanted to commend the committee and the you guys for the warm welcome and for the job that you guys, because it's just a phenomenal undertaking, and I'm looking at what's going on. It is a massive operation, and I'm just proud to be a part of it, and I'm planning something unique for it this time.
Wonderful.
Because
You know something, Monel?
Yes.
What I've loved about the evolution of the festival so far is that it has brought out the best in every artist in Dominica. Every
Yes.
artist who has had the opportunity to perform on the World Queer Music stage has elevated
yes,
from
indeed.
the level that they were at previously to what they
Yes.
are now. And
Agreed.
the festival provides that platform
Yes.
to launch yourself as an artist.
Yes.
And
Yes.
kudos to the
The
festival
committee.
for that.
Yeah.
Because and I'm imploring the other local acts who are anticipating being on the festival at some point, maybe in the future, to look to the acts that are there and look at their trajectory and see where they've come from and how
Absolutely.
they've improved, and so you need to follow that path, and you too will also be featured. But it's a fantastic launching pad for any artist's
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
career, and we want to thank the government of Dominica and all the sponsors and all the
Indeed.
organizers for
Indeed.
providing us with that particular platform.
And you mentioned something there about artists all over trying to get into this. You know how many artists that I know in the French countries, they think that I have some kind of influence to get them in
Same
there.
here.
I tell them I have no power over this. And they call me and
Same
tell me,
here,
how can you
man.
help us get on
You
that
have to
stage?
help us in
Yes,
God,
a lot of. But the thing is, there's so many.
Yes, indeed.
There's
Yeah.
so many, and then
Yeah.
you have to filter through. The
Yes.
festival has a standard to maintain, so you have to be able to the artists have to meet that threshold of performance that
Of course.
that is in line with the festival standards.
Yes.
So it takes
Yeah.
quite a bit.
Yes,
know?
it does.
But,
Yes,
yeah.
it does.
I agree.
yeah.
So, guys, next question.
Yes.
When you step on the stage and you see a sea of flags waving, what goes through your mind?
Boy,
Pride.
That is exactly it.
Yeah.
It's pride,
Yeah.
and we feel there's a certain oneness, a certain level of patriotism, even though the flags are from everywhere, but every Dominican feels that level of pride. Like this,
Yes.
we are putting this on, we are accomplishing this as a team, as a group. And so that is the exact word. I think succinctly, that is the exact
Yes.
word that everyone feels.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it's like she said, it's an opportunity to showcase what you are, and a lot of the local arts looking at that, and you as the artist, you want to put your best foot forward.
Yes.
And so you know how fortunate you are to be a part of it. So you want to come in, and because it's widespread, it's all over the world, people looking at this. And like she said, when you get on that stage, you better put your best foot forward.
Absolutely.
Because
everybody's watching.
everybody's watching.
I'm telling you, when we performed at the festival, we've had from there the opportunity to book festivals in Europe through our performances on the World Music Festival.
Yes,
So you don't know who's watching. These promoters come. They come to the festival and they're in the audience and they're looking.
Yeah.
And a lot of us, myself, Carlin XP, Triple K,
Yes.
a lot of us have benefited from,
That.
doing a good job on the
Awesome.
festival. And so we get invited to do these festivals around Europe, which are great for us because now an entire new audience is exposed to our music.
Yes,
So,
indeed.
as I said, yeah,
Yes, indeed.
all in
And-
all, win-win.
Well, yeah, and I'm hoping that this time, because I've not been, like I said, I'm in California, and I've been gone for so long, but that's another aspect of that I'm looking forward to, because recently I kind of made a comeback into the music. I had kind of backed off. Well, I didn't back off. I never did, but I was not playing as much as I used to. It was all music, professional, way back then, and then going on, I was part-time music. I never stopped, but I was playing with groups in California, different
Good.
groups, and yes, so I never did stop. But now I'm retired and I'm back in the music. So I spent a lot.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time in the French countries, traveling, playing with them, and Dominica. But it's now it's open field for me. So this is a wonderful opportunity to showcase what I have, what I want to do,
And we look forward to seeing both of you on the main stage and every other artist. And I agree, it is a launching pad. And like you mentioned earlier, there's lots of artists, even for this edition. We got several calls from big name artists who wanted to be on this year's lineup.
Wow.
Yeah.
But it was not possible.
Yeah, we just is full.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
very
We have
full.
over 40 acts
Yes.
across 3 nights, plus the forecourt that is filled.
Yeah.
We are at our capacity.
Right,
Wow.
full capacity.
That is correct.
And I love the lineup. I look at because sometimes when you're an artist, you'll come and then you will perform on the night. And then you want to see the rest of the the artists and stuff. But if something is in your schedule that you want to do, you'll mitigate that. But I'm looking at the lineup for these 3 nights. I was just telling Mikkel, oh man, I guess I'm gonna be there all for 3 nights.
That's what's up.
It is stacked. It is
It
really
is,
stacked.
yeah,
And it's good.
yes.
It's good. Also, it's a great opportunity for the pioneers of Dominica's music, Cadas, people like Linford
Yes.
and Ophelia and Gordon and
Yes.
Chubby
Yes.
to introduce themselves to an even newer audience. Because a lot of
That's
the patrons of the festival coming from places like Trinidad and Barbados and so on are not really familiar with Cadas music.
Yes.
But when they come, they are blown away. I had one lady I think it was last year or the year before, who was from Barbados. She had never heard there was a thing as Cadas music before, but she's
loves it.
absolutely in love with it. So how does she find more of it and so on? And so
Awesome.
this is a fantastic way of introducing
The world.
the world to our heroes, to our music, to our culture. And
Yes.
we've done such an excellent job at it that we don't have space to put people.
I like that. Yes. Well said.
Well said indeed. All right, so guys, the festival means so much to Dominicans at home and abroad. But what does Creole music mean to you personally?
Oh boy. Didn't for them to tackle that.
Creole music. yeah. It's it's a well, put it this way. When I started into music, Exile One was not it, because I started as a kid. I was very a young kid. I was 4 or 5 years old singing and birthday parties, whatever. And so I went into playing music. But Dominica we're Creole. We speak Creole down here, and I got into playing music, American music and stuff, and all the reggae is coming in and stuff. But I was into American kind of music, and then Exile One came out, and with the Cadas, and I was sold on Cadas. And so all the bands, actually Dominicans, because we were so proud of what they produced. Yeah, so all of us kind of transitioned into that. And then you had like guys like Gramax, all this came before me. And but then when Billowman came on, I was in a group called Mammoth. I used to be the lead singer of Mammoth one time because they were called Impressions from Salisbury. But then I left after a while to do Naked Feet and then Billowman. I have a long track of.
Oh my God, you've been through all of that. A legend, living legend.
The legend.
So when I heard that and I start transitioning into the Cadas field, the Cadas movement like everybody else. And when I joined Billowman after that, well, Billowman came on with a whole new style of the Cadas. Yeah. And that just, like they say, voltige noire.
Launching pad.
And what about you, Michael?
Creole, well, I grew up in a Creole community, you know.
The
Grand Bays,
yes.
Quintessential Creole community. Our food, our dress, our language is distinctly Creole. So I was born into it. I was inebriated with it. I mean, it's just inside and out of me. It's very integral part of my expression. I like Linford. I loved all kinds of music. I still love all kinds of music. So I do jazz and I do R&B and all of that. But I think
she's
to
a
my
fantastic
core,
singer.
yes.
I'm aware.
My core music is Creole, and like you said, I was doing other things, you know, singing covers and doing those kinds of things, and it was fun. But then when I discovered that I could do Creole music, and I saw the response of people responding to my music, like my original stuff, you know, which I was shy to kind of bring out in the beginning. But then when I did, people were like, "Oh, but this is good." Then I thought, wow, here's a way I can actually be authentically myself and still be appreciated without. I do a cover here and there, but I still get to be me and to be appreciated. So Creole music for me is just a very fundamental part of my identity as an artist, and it is an expression of the amalgamation of cultures that is the Caribbean, you know, and more specifically in the Dominican context, the French Caribbean, French-speaking Caribbean, and not just I shouldn't say the Caribbean, but French-speaking nations who around the world had the elements of European culture, African culture, and indigenous culture in the same mix, you know. And it's so funny how these cultures developed so similarly, so far apart.
Yeah.
You know, if you go to Seychelles, you go to Mauritius, and you go to Réunion, and they live like we do, thousands and thousands of miles away. But because the same elements were present, you know, the French language and cuisine, and you had African influence, and you had indigenous influence, and all these things came together and formed the Creole culture.
Interesting.
That you can find you would swear it's our ancestors, you know, people from Creole Caribbean moved to Réunion, or Réunion people moved to them. No, it was we actually just developed independently, and but that commonality exists.
Yes,
and if you go there, you feel like you're at home.
Yes,
you know.
Indeed,
so that's what it means to me. And I know the word Creole has extended past you know, the French definition, to include all kinds of Creole, other European influences, like, you know, the reggaes and the salsas and all those kinds of things are considered Creole because they have elements of European culture mixed with indigenous culture and African culture as well. So we do want to acknowledge that. But in the Dominican context, when we say Creole, we by and large are referring to that French Creole, right? It's not even a patois. It's really because when we say patois, we refer to something that's kind of less than a language. Creole is its own language. It's its own thing, own vernacular, its own grammar, its own syntax, its own everything. So Creole is a language in itself. Just like we call English a language. English is made up of German and French, but it is distinctly a language because it has its own rules, and that is the same thing with Creole. And so we should be very proud of that, and we should dispel with that. I know, that European idea that is a patois we speak. Because a patois is kind of like a bastardization of a language. Indeed. Ours is an actual language that we developed out of the various elements, you know. So and
to add to that, to, because every now and then I get on the internet when somebody comes up with some kind of idea or whatever on the internet, and they, one time I came on and they were talking about the patois, Creole, what's it, and Creole, and so I said I made the point that what you said. Patois is really, it's not what we're speaking, is not patois. We call it patois, but it's not patois. Like you'd say, the Jamaicans, they speak a Jamaican patois. It's not that what we do is, we should call it patois, because if you tell somebody who is not a part of it, and you ask them, we speak a patois, they will equate it to patois Jamaican, because different patois exist. What we speak is Creole.
It's an actual language. And a patois, like I said, a patois would refer to a language that is sort of not really structured. I wouldn't say subhuman, but that's what it's not really structured in the sense that it has rules and it has plurals and singular and it has Creole has all those elements. There's an actual language where you can, with idiomatic expressions and all that. So you can we have dictionaries and all of that. So it's an actual language.
I can tell that the Creole language fills you both with lots of pride.
Absolutely.
Yes, indeed.
Absolutely.
Okay, so next question. If you could describe your upcoming performance in 5 words. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What would it be and why? Let's go, Leon, Princess and Prince. 5 words to describe your upcoming.
5 words. I can do it in 2.
2?
Yes.
Let's try 3.
Passionately nostalgic and exciting.
I cannot top that. Oh my gosh. I'll say exciting, dynamic, and interesting.
Yeah.
And I'll add passionately too.
Yes.
Oh, okay, I'm excited and I'm looking forward to your presentations.
That's what's good. We at the rehearsals, just to build on that, at rehearsals, we have a lot of young people in the band. But you could see them, you can feel, when you have a passion for something, you can feel how it moves other people.
Absolutely.
And I could see that. This guy who just came to drop somebody off and the way he was moving. And I'm like, okay, so we've done a good job. Yeah.
Absolutely. Love it.
So you guys have built your names on songs that have connected with people. Which track are you most excited to perform for a massive crowd?
Jesus.
Boy,
why do we have to give that away?
Which track? It could be a popular song or a song that we expect to hear on the main stage. Which one of your songs connect the most with your audience that we can expect to hear this year?
In my case, we had a string of hits. I think there's 2 songs I think that people will like. I got a little surprise. I'm not going to say what it is because then it won't be a surprise. Yeah. But I think African music and voisine, people always enjoy those. Not in Africa. Because, that was I think probably that was the biggest hit because it was done by different bands, different languages all over the world.
We do it sometimes.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, we grew up. I mean, we were inspired by you guys, and the benefit we have as young Dominican musicians. I call myself young, but I'm probably past it. But young Dominican musicians is that we still have our legends. They're living legends.
Legends.
That's So we can touch them, we can speak to them, we can see them. It's not often that you have your heroes there with you. A lot of times the heroes have gone and you read about them in historical context and so on. But you are here in present time and being celebrated here right now, and for us that is a privilege for us as the young.
And I credit Wadix for a lot of that too.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So Linford. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Complete that.
No, I was going to say that when I got into music, and so it was like I said, not something in terms of the kind of aspect of it that I started with, but as that developed, and you had Midnight Groovers, you had all these bands like kicking butt and stuff. You get more passionate about it, and then Wadix came along, and I really appreciate what he's done to learn to push it forward.
Absolutely.
I agree. Shout out to Wadix and
Yes.
thank you so much for all you've been doing with Creole. He is the cultural ambassador.
Yes.
Yes.
And he's doing a fine
Fantastic job.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fine job. But Mr. John, Prince John, can I call you Prince John?
I love it already.
I like that, Prince John.
I love it. Oh, I'm going to be your best friend from here on out. You know that, right?
John, I like that. That's your new name, ever now,
Okay.
Prince John.
All right, Prince John, the song that is going to connect with the audience. I'm going to put you on the spot and ask you to sing the verse and a chorus of that song for us. Ready?
Okay. Mwen te atan Afrik
Da
Pa
da da.
ka chache tout jan de mizik
Ba ba da ba.
Mizik Nigeria, Congo, Ghana Mizik Ashanti Mizik a Mozambique Mizik a Voodoo Mélange avec tambou Mizik with tempo Mizik a fait mon show Mizik in Africa Mélange avec Goka Pana Panana
Oh.
Papa Panana Pana Panana
Oh.
Papa Panana
Ay 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 ay. Oh Africa.
She is a professional. You know what I'm saying? I always love this lady. Yeah. The first time I heard her say, "Who is she?" She was doing a commercial on the radio, and I went as far as just trying to find out who was that person. And I said, "Oh, I love that girl. I love her vocals." And I got to know her and stuff. And interestingly, you know, her mom is actually
From
related to
Salisbury.
me from
Yeah,
Salisbury.
my mom is,
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
she
Look
was from
at that.
Salisbury.
So your legend is your cousin?
Yeah. It's funny. I'm so fortunate. I have Gordon on one side
And
and I have
Oh,
Linford
Linford
on the other side.
one. Oh,
So
wow.
Gordon is my cousin on the Henderson side. Pretty close actually. Our grandfathers were brothers.
yeah.
And then Linford on Salisbury side. You see that?
Look at
That's-
this.
I'm surrounded.
I was blown away. I was blown away because when I first heard of her and I got to find out about her, then somebody told me, well, her aunt is Lucienne.
Yes.
And Lucienne and I are just buds
Yeah.
because Lucienne's husband and I grew up as
Jared.
kids together, got into trouble together, and oh my goodness, all our life. And Lucienne, so when I found out that Lucienne was her aunt,
Yeah.
I said, wait a minute, so she's related to me? Because
Absolutely.
Lucienne's grandfather and my grandmother is her uncle.
Papi.
Papi
Papi was a yeah.
was my grandma's uncle.
There you go. I'm from Salisbury. No?
Yes, yes.
I'm
we claiming you.
I'm a Jabari and a
Jabari.
Jagobe at the same
Yes.
time. So
We're stealing you from grandma.
I spent childhoods in Salisbury, you know, by my Auntie Mary on
Yeah?
Casimir. Yeah, man.
Okay,
Of course.
okay.
You know, spend time there.
Okay. And I'm just
Auntie
talking to
B and
I'm
Jared.
loving the connection.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm blessed beyond measure because I grew up with Chubby in the backyard and Cause wife took care of me as a kid.
Oh,
I
wow.
grew up with that.
Oh yeah.
And I
Oh.
always, you know, my father always reminded me that Gordon, you know, was your cousin.
Cousin.
And then I later found out
You-
that
Yeah.
you were our cousin too. So it's like I've been surrounded by
You're
great
well-
legends.
you're
Yeah,
well
man.
molded, eh?
Yeah. Well, very well. See the DNA.
Yes, indeed.
So,
Yeah.
Mikael, question to you: what song is going to resonate the most
Boy,
with the crowd?
I
And of
don't
course, I'm
know
gonna
him
put
on
you
it.
on the spot.
Monel, I don't know which one because there are a few. You know that I've been part of the Musicano project, and every year around this time, that Musicano those albums get played over and over again. So there are several songs from there that I know that the audience, yes, but maybe Dominic Viva, because a lot of the schools use that song during Independence time to get their students encouraged and into the independence movement. So maybe that one.
Yes.
An isle of beauty, isle of splendor, but with grace and natural treasure. Un pays bel y jusqu'à clairer, un dans on la en plein mauvaiseté. Nous voyons esclavage, tabac en l'Angleterre, Mais tout ça nous j'ai souffert, préparez-nous pour d'autres malheurs. Fait qu'on nous indépendants, après la nation nous vivons. Nous merci qu'on nous célèbre, Dominique nous libérer. Dis
Oh,
And I
interesting.
love the chorus.
And-
Dis hurrah, merci des pays nous vivons.
Dominique vivant.
Nous gagnons liberté, Dominique vivant.
Dominique vivant.
C'est le près 47 années nous vivons.
Dominique vivant.
Dis hurrah, merci des Dominique vivant.
Dominique vivant.
Yeah.
See, and I can't
And
help.
there comes the rap.
I can't give her back up. She did. She give me back up, and I can't give her back up because my Dominique, I got to
It's okay, man. It's okay. Legends first. Yeah. No problem.
All right, guys. So next question: performing at home for your fans. I know it's not your first time on the main stage, but when you get on that stage, what are you looking forward to experiencing the most?
Well, I think in my case, I have recognized this year is as a special year. Yeah, this year is just a special year, and with that in mind, my focus is okay. What can I do this year to electrify that crowd and take them where I want them to be? And I held that in mind for my performance. Like I said, I got a couple of surprises, and so if I say them, then I'm
They're
not
not
surprised
surprised
anymore.
anymore.
All right.
So we have to save them.
Yes. So I'm gonna be. I'm looking forward to it. I really am. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm jazzed. I am. I am. Yes.
I'm just looking forward to just being in the space. You know, the Creole Festival space is a very special one. You can feel the vibe. It's palpable. When you step out on the
Yes.
stage, you can feel everybody's excitement.
Yes.
And
Yes.
so I enjoy that atmosphere. It kind of gives me like put me on a high, you know,
Yes,
that
yes,
particular feeling of being there and being part of something that's greater than yourself.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. When I did the Creole Fest the first time, I came down to Dominica, and I looked at the stadium. I said, I couldn't believe it. In Dominica, this stadium. Oh my gosh! I say it's going to be a pleasure being on that stage.
Yeah.
But when I get on the stage and I see the grandeur, the where Dominica has become, because I came from where we didn't have, like, we sing St. Gerald's Hall, we'll sing at the Goodwill Parish Hall, Arawak Cinema, and no, we had a stadium, and I was privileged to be a part of this that year. Oh man, it was fantastic. It really was. And now it's grown into what it is. Michael was telling you how the progression of how it came on. And now, I mean, it's at the peak there. It's up there now. And I'm going to be a part of it. Oh man, bon Dieu, bon.
But do you guys still get butterflies when you hit the stage?
No, I don't.
Yes, because it's an exciting feel. It's not like a nervous, it's not a fear
understandable.
of being on stage,
Yeah.
but there's an excitement.
Yeah.
So the butterflies for me are not,
You don't
I'm not
mistake-
afraid of them.
yeah,
No,
you're
I'm not
not
afraid of
proud.
them,
It's
but I'm
not-
just,
yeah, you don't
it's
want
just,
to go wrong. Anything
yeah,
go
it's like
wrong.
a
Yeah.
little tingling feeling that you're about to do
I
something
can-
special.
Yeah, I can identify with that.
So
yeah.
that happens. I do get sometimes. You know what I cannot say I don't get nervous. There's sometimes when I get nervous, but I realize when I'm very prepared for something, then I don't really get nervous about it. Yeah, if I'm very prepared, then I don't have the nerves.
Yeah.
Yes. How about you?
Me, my like she said, the nervous part would be, let's say when we were rehearsing, there was a certain point where we were having difficulties crossing that burden, that thing there. That could be on my mind and make me a little nervous. But as far as the crowd, because I remember the first time I sang in front of a huge crowd, I was like 13, 14 at the Arawak Cinema.
Oh, wow.
And when the curtain went up and I saw all those people all on it, my throat went dry. My knees started shaking. Oh, I started praying. I literally started praying.
Yeah.
I say, oh Lord, please give me some moisture in my throat. Please help me. But the minute I started singing, I opened my mouth, the crowd went nuts, and then I just, okay, it's gonna be okay. Yeah.
So I'm I'm noting something here. The
Yeah.
excitement from the crowd or the reaction, positive reaction
Yeah.
from the crowd.
Absolutely.
It enables you to have a better performance.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I think
The cr-
artists live for that. That's what you live for. That's the
Amen.
that's the drug.
Amen. That's the drug. Yes, yes.
That's a drug. You get
Yes.
on there and you flow some creative communication out,
Yes.
and then you get it back.
Oh.
There's nothing like it, Mona. There's absolutely no feeling like it. I don't think there's any food drug experience that actually
Better than
compares
sex.
to that. I'm telling you, there's
Yeah.
no experience that
Yeah.
compares to that feeling of knowing you put a communication out there and people receive it so well that they
Yes.
respond and they multiply it. They
Yes.
don't just respond with what you give them. They give you back 10 times what you give them. And
Yes.
so it's
Yes.
like life.
Yes.
You know, you get
Absolutely.
life from it, and
Absolutely.
it's a beautiful experience.
So all you hear that, people? We need you to give us that feedback.
Yes. It's
So say
absolutely
gas
necessary.
no.
That is true. You feed and you give them back 10 times,
10
and they can
times
give
what
you
they give
back
you.
10
Yes.
times, and it
Yes.
just it
And it just
multiplies.
keep bu-
It multiplies, bounces up.
And that's why we encourage. That's why when artists are performing, and if somebody were to make a mistake, we encourage them to applaud the artist.
You
and
do,
give
because
them
you need them
Yes.
to, you need them to
Absolutely.
come back. You know, and that happens. We're humans. I mean,
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
have faults all the
Yeah.
time. It
Oh,
happens,
yeah.
but you have to be able to support the artist and encourage them and get them right back.
Yes,
into it.
indeed.
Yeah, and it's important, very important for kids. When you see do shows
Yes.
with kids, and you know they make
Yes.
you have to just encourage the hell out of
Yes.
them
Yes.
so that they
build that confidence.
Yes.
So both of you have carried Dominica's music across the world. How do you feel the World Korea Music Festival has helped to shine a light on Dominican talent over the years?
100%, boy.
Oh, yeah.
Like 100%.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, maybe I'm gonna go Trump and say 1,000% because I'm serious, because Dominican music did enjoy a level of prominence internationally with bands like Exile One and Philomen and all that Gramax and everything, but there is an awareness now of the island and its culture and its music that comes directly as a result of the World Korea Music Festival.
Yes,
And so
indeed.
we cannot in any way minimize that impact that the festival has had on artists' careers, on our music. And people, Bouyon music right now is like taking over. Every
Yeah.
carnival in the world right
Yeah.
now wants
Yes.
Bouyon music. And you know what that translates into? Everyone wants to come to Dominica. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
The
now,
land of Bouyon.
Yeah, the land of the Bouyon. Now
Yeah.
everybody's like, oh, we need to go discover this place.
Right.
It has had a huge impact. The Creole music and putting the artists on the stage has had an immense impact on the careers, the trajectory of their careers,
Yes.
the standard at which they present their performances.
Yes.
Yeah, has improved so much that it's an exponential
Yeah.
effect
Yeah.
that it's
Yeah.
had. On
and it continues. You
Yeah.
see, it continues. You have little ones growing up, and they because there's some guys, young guys who asked me to stop by and check them out. They're from Salisbury. They're from in this group and stuff, and I promised them I'll stop by and check them out, because even in Bilomen, when we were out there, like we going out and something, people tell us, come and talk to our band people, or this group, whatever group it is. Come and talk to them. So give them that motivation to progress and stuff. So it's the same thing translates down here. The music is something that's very serious. I mean, it's not just going out and just doing something. You study, you learn too. If you whatever instrument you're playing, keep on practicing. Never stop. You can never learn too much.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah,
that is true. I've had the benefit of performing with a 24 Grammy Award winner, Chick Corea.
Cool.
And
Nice.
this man, I performed with him multiple times.
Nice.
This man practices every single day. You would think a musician like that knew
that
everything.
caliber, yeah.
No, but he practices every single day. He
Yes.
he never thought of himself, as God rest his soul, as too good
Yeah.
to lay back. No, he actually did. And so we have to be wary of making sure we have that inspiration all the time to encourage
Yes.
young artists and developing artists and even old artists who are more seasoned to continue to do it. The Creole Festival gives you a marquee, something to look forward to. You know that is something you want to be on.
Yes.
So you have to keep your chops up,
Yes,
you know, and
yes.
it's a goal.
Yes.
It's a goal for
Yeah.
local artists. So
Yes,
that's
indeed.
a very, very important thing
Yes,
to have.
indeed.
And I believe that wholeheartedly, particularly as I listened to the expressions of some artists during the press conferences. They spoke how happy they are and excited. They thank God for the opportunity
Yes.
to be on the main
Yes.
stage. And this is the biggest stage. And indeed, lots of artists in Dominica, they aspire to be
Oh,
on the biggest
absolutely!
stage
I
in
think
Dominica.
all the young artists, everyone aspires to be, and if
Yeah.
and if you know we cannot choose everybody every year, but I'm sure the people who don't get chosen are always have a sense of slight disappointment that you don't,
Yeah.
because everybody wants to be on
there.
the
Yeah,
festival.
yeah.
You know,
I mean, big artists, popular big artists, like, and a friend comes telling me, how can we get on there? How can we get on there?
Listen, your
I tell you, they tell me they get in a
Prince
boat,
John.
you know.
Prince-
And let me say,
Prince
and
John.
the person who tells me they get in the boat, there is not any Shekelek person, you know,
any
a big time artist, you know.
Wow.
Time you're going to find a friend with a boat and he's coming.
Yeah.
He not only festival, but he come in to support.
That's
I like
awesome.
So
that.
that's
I like
that's
that.
it.
Yeah.
And guys, so Prince John,
Yeah.
I heard you mention that you have surprise. I'm gonna ignore that entire thing. what
Thank
you
you.
said. I'm gonna ask you this question now. Can fans expect any surprises this year? Yeah.
But expect and surprises, those are, you don't go together. That's an oxymoron right there.
Thank you. Thank you. That's my cousin, okay? She got
That's
my
an
back.
oxymoron. An
She got my back.
expectation, a surprise, you know, expectation defeats the purpose of
so
surprise.
are there any surprises from you, Prince John, at the festival this year?
Are there any?
Yes. And then kind of give us a little hint, you know.
Well,
Don't give it away. No.
no. Let's say sometimes you realize when you have like and I hate to use that analogy but if you have a donkey and you want it to go, it lazy, it doesn't want to go, you put a carrot in front of it and it will keep walking to get that carrot. That's the carrot I'm dangling in front of the crowd there.
Wow.
All right, then I rest my case.
Yeah.
Mikhail,
Yes.
any surprises this
There's
year?
always surprises, man, in life.
I like that.
Always surprises in life.
Yeah.
Suffice it to say, we just want to put our best foot forward, you know, and we expect that the work that we've put in will come to fruition on the night, and that people will be, will be pleased.
Pleased,
And,
yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
that's it.
So I am excited for the surprises that you will display on the main stage this weekend. Guys, by the way, the festival is 2 days away. Get your tickets available right now, Bullseye Pharmacy and the Deepak Scholar Lab. Also, our ticket booth open across Burton's in Roseau from 9 to 5 daily. Remember, as of 4 p.m. on Friday, we move to gate tickets. You will not get tickets at any of the vendors over the weekend except our booth. And for more. So save the money for drinks, for lipstick, for some sauce.
For the outfit
And
and
for
the
the
fashion.
outfit,
Yeah.
and get your tickets early. Now,
Wow.
guys, my final question to you. If you had to invite someone listening right now to come to the World of Creole Music Festival, what would you tell them?
Me, I would tell them. I said, this festival has been in existence for quite a while, and every year it attracts people from all over the world. This year is gonna top every other year. You better come and check it out.
You better come and check it out. I like that. Yeah. Princess Mikhail.
Oh, I would just invite you to the world's most spontaneous event ever. If you like adventure, if you like excitement, if you like music at the top level, learning new things, experiencing new acts, experiencing new foods, and you have to come to this festival. There is absolutely none like it in the world, and so it is the most unique festival across the Caribbean, I think, and around the world too. There are other festivals that celebrate Caribbean music, but this particular one is the most unique and most exciting, and be prepared.
Yes,
You know, because we party hard in Dominica.
Amen to
You know,
that.
we're like team no sleep during that weekend, man. So I know I've heard some people come up, you know, they're from Trinity or they're from Jamaica, then they know how to party, and then they come to Dominica and they're like, yeah, we know we party hard. So be prepared. Take your tonic. Drink your tonic. Take your multivitamins.
Yes.
Rest
And
well.
rest well,
Uh-huh.
because it's a marathon. It's non-stop fun. I mean, 3 nights of pulsating rhythms with the exact and perfect description for this festival. So, and it's extended to more than 3 nights. Now it's like, you know, entire a week of activities, and
Yes.
not forgetting TV Village, you know, this afternoon and so on.
Of course.
Yeah, just want to encourage people that there's so much to do, so much to explore, that you won't want to miss.
So much to enjoy.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I want to say thank you so much for joining me on Talking Tourism. Dominicans, we look forward to seeing you on the main stage and all the other amazing artists. I want to shout out to the man himself, Ambassador Charles, in studio right now. Thank you, Linford John, commended you on the great work that you've been doing. Kudos to you, and continue to be awesome as
Yes.
you are, Dominica. We appreciate you. And guys, the festival is happening this weekend. We're at the Windsor Park Sports Stadium, bang on time, 8 p.m. on Friday. So this is where I shut down for yet another Talking Tourism. And
5 on Sunday. Make sure.
and on Sunday we start at 5 p.m. So get this: Friday 8 p.m., Saturday 8 p.m., Sunday 5 p.m.
That's a lot of people
These
don't know.
are the
Yeah, a lot of people
start
don't know.
times.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
So this is why I say goodbye to you. My name is Monel Alexis. If you're in Dominica for the first time, welcome to the Nature Island. This is the best time to be in Dominica. You're here. While you're here, remember to respect yourself, respect our people, and respect the environment. And do ensure you have a fantastic time in Dominica. Take care until next Wednesday. Yes.
Awesome.